occasion in the history of San Joaquin Delta College. The groundbreaking for this first new building in the past decade is exciting for all of us. But it's also tempered today because of the tragedies that struck this nation a week ago today. The Board of Trustees, the administration, faculty, the staff of the San Joaquin Community College District joins the nation and concerned citizens from around the world in offering our condolences to those directly touched by recent tragedies in New York, in Washington, D.C., and in Pennsylvania. We all share in the pain of those cast in harm's way and the grief of those who mourn the loss of loved ones. Our thoughts and our prayers are with those perished and those who were injured or scarred for life. Our prayers are with their families and their loved ones and the children left parentless in the schools of New Jersey, Connecticut, and New York. And our thoughts and prayers and pride are with the brave men and women who lead the efforts to rescue and recover. Although we will never again return to what was normal before September 11th, 2001, we appreciate the efforts made by the people of New York and of Washington, D.C., and of all of us so that we can move on. And lastly, our support and our prayers are with the President of the United States, his advisors, and all those who will lead this nation in response to bring appropriate justice to those who perpetrated these heinous acts against innocent people. And if we could have just a moment of silence before I introduce Mr. Burke in their honor, I would appreciate it. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the San Joaquin Community College District Board of Trustees, Mr. Leo Burke, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and share a few words with you. Mr. Burke.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Yeah, now we're together. As a proud veteran of the Armed Services, the United States Marine Corps of the United States of America, as a representative of the members of the Board of Trustees, and a citizen who had just returned from Washington, D.C. and the site of the Pentagon tragedy, I invite you to join me in offering the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you please stand and put your right hand over your heart, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the Delta College family, it is my pleasure to welcome you here today to celebrate this important milestone in our growth. San Joaquin Delta College has been blessed over the course of its history with outstanding leaders who have always focused on what is best for our students and our community. Each of them in their own way has contributed to the continued success and growth of our college. We could not have reached this historic moment without these committed and dedicated people, some of whom you see here today. Dr. Joseph Blanchard, is Joe here today? Lawrence Tarico, Anthony Acosta. I ask you to join me in offering them our thanks for many combined years of service, dedication, and commitment to this outstanding community college, and we serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Burke. It's now my pleasure to introduce the people who have joined us up here on the platform today. So I'm going to give you a list. I'd like you to hold your applause, though, till the end so that that each has an opportunity to be recognized, and then we'll thank them all at the end. You have met Mr. Leo Burke, our president of the board. Next to Mr. Burke is Dan Parisis, the clerk of the Board of Trustees from Area 5. And next to Mr. Parisis, Maria Elena Cerna from Area 4, past president of the board. Janet Rivera cannot join us today for a happy occasion. Her daughter is giving birth, almost literally as we speak, within the hour anyway, and she will not be able to be here, nor will the vice president of the board, Mr. McCreary, who is in Ireland and has been for the last 2 weeks. As you can imagine, he's probably a little bit leery about coming back right now. On my left, Trustee Ted Seamus from Area 7 and Trustee Tony Begarin from Area 1 in South Stockton. I also want to introduce to you our student body, student trustee, Austin Ralph. Austin? Now, I want to make a special mention to and recognize Assembly Member Barbara Matthews, who's with us. And I'd like you also to know that as we have gone through a very difficult time to reinstate to our base budget, Assembly Member Matthews and also Senator Machado, who has a representative, have been instrumental in helping us reinstate that. So I want to thank you for being here and thank you for that as well. And Harold Seligman, Senator Howard, I'm sorry. Howard Seligman, I should know that. From Senator Machado's office. Howard, thank you for being here. Joe Acosta is a past member you've met. Joe Blanchard will also join us in a few minutes. Mary Ogden, Senior Designer of the Technology Center. Mary, are you here? It says Mark. So it's my fault. I've read it wrong. Leo Sumner, Senior Vice President of Consolidated CM. Leo's here. Dave Lee, Vice President of Consolidated CM, our building contractor. He could not make it today. Okay. Fred Harris, a colleague of mine when I was in the Chancellor's office, Director of College Finance and Facilities Planning. Fred? And Jin Yang Stalin, the Specialist for Facilities Planning and our consultant in the Chancellor's office. And next to Jin is Wayne Keithley, our consultant on our projects. And Wayne. And let me, on the other side, Robert Gutierrez. Robert represents Congressman Richard Pombo here today. And John Beckman from Anthony Fachetti's office. And from the city of Stockton, Gary Giovanetti. We consider Gary one of our family because fortunately his wife is employed by us, Joyce. Bobby Urbaran, our vice president. Where's Bob? Oh, he's on that side. And I'm going to introduce Frank Villalobos, one of our EM instructors on my left, your right, and Dr. Judy Murphy, and I'll have a few words to say about her in a few moments. Dr. Murphy? Those are the celebrities that are here today. Dr. Marveline Hughes had planned to be with us today. She called me late last evening. Like many of us, her life changed drastically in the last week and cannot join us. Let me say a few words about this building. We're here to break ground on a new building. And it appears appropriate to create a new building when great American buildings have just been destroyed or damaged severely. Yet this building is not a structure to either defend our country or to symbolize our great economic system, but rather a building that represents the true meaning of freedom, that being an educated society. This building is an education building, a building where minds will be challenged, enriched, stimulated, and shaped to provide for a better tomorrow for both those being educated and those affected by education. In a year, a beautiful structure for a very special educational program will emerge from the spot behind me. From that area between the fences will emerge an 18,000 square foot edifice that will be the home where we will continue to train our students in electron technology. And those students who walk in those doors will have highly skilled and highly paid jobs awaiting them when they exit. The program of study that these students will be in is truly unique. There are only 2 such programs in this nation, and this is the only one west of the Mississippi. And each graduate has a multitude of jobs waiting for them when they graduate. Their skills are very much needed by the technology and biotechnology fields, and our graduates of this fine program are wanted and will be welcomed by the business community when they complete their studies. But the road to this point has neither been smooth or easy. My predecessor, the Board of Trustees, and my staff have spent many hours, days, weeks, and even years to get us to where we are today. Influencing the state to build a special and a specially designed building on a community college campus is truly unique. And we're very proud of being the first to have a structure that will be built with a foundation that won't allow the building to shake at all. However, we would not be here today if it was not for one very dedicated and committed human being. You've met Dr. Judy Murphy and you've met Mr. Frank Villalobos, and they've spent literally a lifetime, it seems, to make this happen. And Judy was the mastermind, the plotter, and the tenacious and voracious visionary leader that made this building become a reality. This building was and will be Judy's dream. She planted the seed, watered the earth, and created the flower that will emerge from her toil. It is her dreams, her efforts, her leadership, and her tenacity that has made this day a reality. We at Delta College are proud of her efforts, proud of her dedication, and the students that will walk through the doors of this building will benefit by her efforts. We still have much more to do to make this wonderful program even better. We will have a building, and we will have some state-of-the-art equipment when we open the doors of that building. But the equipment and supplies for this very unique program are very, very expensive. And we will need more help from the students, from the college community, from the electron microscopy community, and the community at large to raise the money that will ensure that the most modern equipment is available to all of our students. So when they graduate, they will have worked on the state-of-the-art equipment that they'll need to be proficient in the skills in electronic technology. I want to thank you for joining us today, and at this time I'd like to introduce to you again, or reintroduce to you, Mr. Dave Younger, the architect of this building, who will tell you a little bit about the structure. Dave?
Thank you, Dr. Gould. It's a wonderful day to be here. And as you said earlier, this is a momentous occasion. Today is a day I like to think that this is the day where dreams really start to become reality. These dreams started years and years ago. We started working on this project over 2.5 years ago. And before that, the college spent years and years planning it before we got involved. And I believe that probably more than 10 years ago, the idea for this project started. So it's been a long process. The process of funding college buildings is a very long, drawn-out process. There's a lot of difficulties and many hurdles throughout the project. And each time you take one of these hurdles, you take a sigh of relief and glad you get to the next step. On this project, though, about midway through the project, we realized there wasn't adequate funding for construction of this project. And we went to the state with the help of the college and asked the state if we could get additional funding, which was quite a challenge. And with the help of Jin Yang Stalin and Fred Harris, we were able to get that additional funding. And I think with their help, we're lucky to be here today. These hurdles are always things that make me nervous. You know, when we're going through this process, every time you take another one of these hurdles, you're worried that something's going to happen, it's not going to get funded, funding's going to run out. There's all kinds of things that are out of our control that could stop the project. So when we get to a point like today where we've gotten over all the hurdles and the Chancellor's Office has funded construction, we like to take a big sigh of relief and say, okay, we made it. We're now in the home stretch of the project. The project's going to be a beautiful building when it's done. And right now, we're at the point where, because because we're in the home stretch. Most of the control of this project is in our hands now, and we can control the outcome. There's going to be problems, there always is in construction, but they're problems that we can handle. And I think in a year you're going to see a beautiful building. And the other part that I think gives me confidence is the contractor. McDonald Glenn Construction Company is a firm we've worked with in the past. We've always had great success. They do really good work, and we're looking forward to working with them again on this project, and I think they'll do a great job on the project. The results of this project, of everybody's efforts, are going to result in a wonderful building. We've got a couple of boards over here that show what the character of the building and the plan are going to be. And you can see they started working out behind us. They're starting to dig up utilities, putting new utilities in, rerouting things under the ground. And there's probably a few things buried out there that we're not aware of. Most of you know about the past history of the college, and they've already found some of the things that are unknown under that ground, but we'll get through that. And I think a year from now you're going to find a beautiful building out there. And I think when you look at the plans and the perspectives of this building, you're going to see it's a wonderful, beautiful building. It's going to be very unique. As Dr. Gould indicated, this is going to be a one-of-a-kind building. There's no other building in California dedicated to teaching microscopy, so I think that's a credit to the college and Dr. Judy Murphy for the efforts they've made. And this project couldn't be possible without the help of a lot of people. Bob Irabaran and his staff have been instrumental in getting the project started, getting it funded, going through the state process. The facilities department's been wonderful in helping us identify utilities, help us with the design. Dr. Gould mentioned Dr. Judy Murphy. She is tireless. I got to tell you a little story about Dr. Murphy. Hope she won't mind. I don't think Dr. Judy Murphy sleeps, because every time I get in my office, especially when we're in the very busy parts of the design process, I get emails from her that are dated 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't think she ever sleeps. I think she just works 24 hours a day. And if it wasn't for her efforts, this project probably wouldn't be here today. Another important person is Jin Yang Stalin from the Chancellor's office. I think she's a wonderful advocate for the college. She's helped us get this project through the Chancellor's office and get the funding approved, and she's been a wonderful help. Wayne Keithley from Keithley Consulting and his team have been helpful. They're college planning consultants, and they've helped throughout this process. They're the ones who got the project started, and very instrumental in getting it through the state also. And Mark Ogden from our office, senior designer, has been involved with this project from the very beginning. It's basically his baby, and I think when it's done, it's something he'll be very proud of. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Dr. Gould and the college for giving us the opportunity to work on this project. I think it's one that we're going to be very proud of, and I think the college will be proud of it too. Thank you.
You'll all have an opportunity to come out here, up here, and see these plans after we do the official thing. Let me didn't get to say hello to a gentleman who really is responsible for the buildings that you are seated under today. So I want to introduce him myself, Dr. Joe Blanchard, who has joined us. At this time, we have many representatives who I'd like to come up and to my left and make your presentations to Mr. Burke, the President of the Board. While you're here, please both introduce yourselves and you can read your proclamations. And you want to start, Assemblymember Matthews. And all the rest of you will line up behind her. And you get to receive all this. Get out of your way.
I'm Assemblymember Barbara Matthews, and certainly it's a pleasure for me to be here today. We're all very proud of this college just the way it stands, and of course the addition of the Technology Center is just another feather in our cap, and of course it's the result of the vision and commitment of the people behind me. Just briefly, Dr. Gould credited me for helping somewhat through the budget process, but I will tell you that there are 120 people in the state legislature, and every one of us rallied immediately when we knew there was a problem. So there wasn't a chance that we were going to lose that funding. So I appreciate his acknowledging my help, but I certainly want to share it with others. So I'm very happy to be here today and looking forward to when I can come back when the doors are open and see what's going on. So congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. On behalf of Congressman Pombo, I'd just like to congratulate Delta College on their new project and new building. It's an honor to be here today for this groundbreaking, and I'd like to present this certificate to Delta College for their new project. Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank
You're welcome.
you. Give our best to the Congressman.
Will do.
Good afternoon. Over the last 2.5 years, Assemblyman Anthony Pachetti has visited every school in the 10th Assembly District, and we've learned firsthand what California education needs most. And this Electron Microscopy Technology Center will do what community colleges are designed to do best, and that is take students and give them employable skills and make them profitable members of society. So it's with the deepest regards that we offer congratulations to Leo Burke and the entire Board of Directors of Delta College. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Hello, I'm Gary Giovanetti from Stockton City Council, and on behalf of the City Council, I'm here to wish the best during the construction process. At times, you can see that projects will get hung up from time to time, so I hope that the process goes well. Congratulations on this new building for you, and if this is the groundbreaking, I think that we're a little late because the ground looks as though it's already been broken.
Good. Thank you,
Thanks,
Gary.
Leo.
But we know, Gary, in case we need a little extra money, we know the city will help us out.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely, sure, no problem.
Good afternoon. My name is Doug Wilhoit, Chief Executive Officer of the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of the Board of Directors, the 1,300 members and 40,000 employees of those members would like to congratulate San Joaquin Delta College, the Board of Trustees, Dr. Gould and Dr. Murphy, for taking a step forward for the progress not only of this community, but this nation and of this world. I'm very proud to be here also as a graduate of this community college, although to date myself it was Stockton College. I graduated in June of '63. It became Delta College in September of '63. But never did I think that I would have the opportunity to stand here and say that this community college, which I've always believed is the best in the nation, will be serving the world with a technology that will save lives. As a lot has been said about what has taken place in this last week, a lot is said about what is great about America. But I think if you take a moment as you leave here, and I think you're walking that way for the reception, by Rousseau's sculpture called Blythe's Spirit, and read the words under that sculpture, it puts into not only perspective what this country and nation are all about, but what this means to this community, to this nation, and this world. On behalf of the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce, President Burke, I congratulate you, your trustees, and all the folks who worked on this.
Thank you very much, Doug. Thank you, Doug, very much. Howard?
Leo, my name is Howard Seligman, as you know, and I'm here on behalf of Senator Mike Machado. While Doug indicated he was a graduate of this community college, I can happily say that I was a part-time instructor at Delta Community College for several years, and I'm now a part-time instructor at CSU on the Stockton campus. And it is quite obvious that the integration of Delta with CSU is providing and will continue to provide this community and this county a significant educational enhancement for all of you who want to achieve further and higher educational achievement, including the ability to obtain a 4-year degree without leaving this county. On behalf of Senator Machado, I want to congratulate Delta Community College for its achievement. We continue to wish it well, and certainly we continue to wish all of you the best as it goes into a continuing learning process. And remember, freedom isn't always free, but it's irreplaceable. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Howard. Thank you. And let's have another nice hand for Larry DeRico here today, sitting alongside of Joe. I guess, where's Dr. Gould? I guess that concludes the ceremonies today, and we'd invite everyone to come up and look at the renderings. And
we're gonna break ground officially, you and I.
okay.
With everyone else. So if you would like to join us up here, where's our mound that we're digging?
We're digging right beyond the gate.
Right
Oh,
here.
right over-
We're
right
going to
there.
dig right here.
Right there. Probably, how do you, where's Diana? She's staging. Seated. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I guess you and I, we have everyone? Fred? Jen Lynn? Jen Yang? Fred, can I take a picture? Okay, you want to make it look like we know what we're doing with the shovel? Lord, I had the same. No clay.
All right, we're there. I got blisters
Fred,
already.
do you need to take a picture? You need to have someone
You look darn good in that hard hat, though, Leo.
Diana?
Right.
Yes,
You want to take one for Fred?
sure.
Show her how to point and click.
I can point and click. Dark, Fred, dark.
You have filming that?
Probably the battery went out, so we'll draw a picture
I
at
can
home.
see it back here. New technology, right?
Yeah, you probably would get pilot higher and deeper.
You can stand up there. The other camera's out. Yeah. Flash!
All right.
I didn't see any dirt turnover.
You want us to do it again? Do it again. Do it again. Do it one more time.
Okay, all right.
Of course.
That's good. Thank you.
There you go. Oh, just some more.
One more. There you go. Thank you.
You want us to do it one more time?
One more.
Okay. A year from now, we dedicate.
You're all invited to
This is a lot of big space for a lot of this stuff. You see that get repositioned, redivided.
I was gonna say, Microtome plus.
You'll have other, well, like the AFM and that kind of stuff. You have other larger sample preps, the pipeline polish or something else.
So maybe I'm getting this. quite a gesture. Randy McLean and Sarah, and the help of Cottage Bakery, allowed that to happen, right? So I hope you all enjoy, and I also want to say and thank you the people on campus at San Joaquin Delta College. There's a lot of people that contribute and help out in many ways, and just their support. Sometimes they just send you an email, like when you say you have an open house or something, and they say, hey, great for you, I'll be over there. And that all helps, right? So thank you very, very much, and I hope you enjoy your dinner. And by the way, just so you know, there's a little bit of me that's still business here. If you haven't bought your tile for the building, we do have forms out here, and the students actually are selling tiles. They're also selling See's candy, and half of the profits will go to the Fireman's Fund in New York. So if you'd like to buy candy when you leave, or buy a tile, either or both, right? The students will be glad to help you. So anybody else? Is Hitachi? Was anybody from Hitachi here?